help you so much. Fish is one of the finest foods that I know of. It is an excellent food. It's something that food that people do not eat enough of. And if there's any one food on this earth that's close to nature, it is fish. I'm so fond of it. Well, I'm going to give you a recipe today, show you how to fix fish, because there are so many people that don't like fish because they fix it the same old way. They fry it to death, or they do something where they overcook it. It doesn't taste good. You know, I have a recipe that I'm going to give you today, how to fix fish. It was given to me by a very good friend of mine up in San Francisco, who owns one of the finest restaurants in San Francisco. You know, San Francisco is noted the world over for having some of the finest restaurants, and especially Chinese restaurants. So this proprietor of this very famous restaurant in San Francisco gave me this recipe, how the Chinese fix their fish. You know, I'm very partial to Chinese food anyway, because they undercook all their vegetables and their fish especially. They just steam it a little bit. Now let me show you how simple this is. What an exotic way to fix this wonderful, inexpensive, nutritious food. You know, it's rich in iodine, it's rich in protein, and so many of the minerals that come from the sea. Nature's balance right there. Take water and put it in a saucepan. If you have a double boiler, that's what we're using today. Take the water, fill the bottom of the pan, maybe 2 or 3 inches. Put this on your stove and get it boiling vigorously. Vigorously. Get it boiling vigorously. Then you take, see this? Take the top of your double boiler here with the holes in it. Put it on top of there. Then you take your fish, and make sure the fish is just cold. I just got this fish out of my new Hot Point refrigerator. And make sure that fish doesn't sit around, that you always keep it under refrigeration. Take your fish, students, put it right on top of this little rack. If you don't have a double boiler of this sort, you can arrange some kind of rack. You can get them in the stores. They're very inexpensive, right? Remember, the water is boiling vigorously. You put your fish here. Then on top of this, you can put some soy sauce. A little bit of soy sauce, or you can use parsley or onion and garlic and different herbs, or season it to your taste. Then you put the lid on here, students. Now remember, the water is not touching the fish. The fish is steaming in here, and it's going to get cooked all the way through, and it's going to be delicious. Wait till you taste this. All the wonderful fragrance is going to be left in here, and it's going to be so nutritious for you because you haven't overcooked it. And you can cook this in a matter of minutes. The way I cook mine, I only leave it in here maybe about 1.5 minutes or 2, because I like my fish a little bit on the rare side. And you just experiment with it a couple times. You can use any kind of fish you want in here. It's up to you. Salmon, bass, or halibut, or whatever is your favorite. Why don't you give it to the members of your family a couple times a week? Especially if you're on a budget, you have a small budget to work with. And here is a inexpensive, wonderful food. And if you fix it this way, you have something that's out of this world. Will you please try it? Remember now, you get your double boiler, the water in here boiling vigorously. Put your rack down here. Put the fish on top of the rack. Remember, the water's not touching the fish. Then you put your cover on, and you let it steam in there. And remember to season it to your taste with soy sauce or garlic and onions or parsley and all of this. And you have something that's for the king. And for you or the queen and for your king. Try some. Why don't you fix some today, huh? Okay, let's get back to our picnic, our play. Let's go.
Hello, honey. I see you're having another moisture.